The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to yet another exciting episode of a Life and Stuff podcast with Noma. And as per usual, okay, the whole idea of Life and Stuff is for us to have conversations with your favorite people. And if you know, we try as much as we can to make them feel comfortable. And if you're new on this channel, please do make sure that you subscribe. We have a lot of shows. We have On the Spot with Ola 7. That's where you go when you want to hear controversial issues and whatnot. And then we also have Trending Stories with Yaya Good Vibes. We have The Spotlight with Yvonne. And we also have Genius Kids. So make sure that you subscribe and you turn on your notification buttons. Otherwise, today is another day where I bring you your sweetheart. Today I have a girl. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Yeah. I'm super, super happy. Oh, by the way, someone complained. And yes, now we want to get into it. Today I have one of the most amazing female artists in the country. Her work is phenomenal. Her work speaks for itself, actually. And if you're looking at me and you're thinking, okay, who is she? Wait a little bit. Today we have an award-winning Afrofusion artist. Her name is Mary Anibal.
Hi, Noma.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And how are you?
I'm all right. Before this saga. How are you?
Did it right, what do you say?
I'm all right. How's the going?
The going is going.
It's going, right?
Yeah, and I'm grateful to God. Yeah, with the baby steps that I'm taking every day. Yeah.
All right. Actually, my baby steps say that.
Hey, every step that you take, you have to be grateful, you know.
That is true. Now, I want you to be as comfortable as you can be.
Okay.
So there's only one way for me to get you to be comfortable, right? Because our conversation, so that our conversation flows easily. And yes, when Jandiri kuda kuti ndikupe paswara nasi. And it's chakumbotara no rimi ramai. And let's go. So here's how it goes. I'm gonna give you 2 more nechirungandi. You won't do in Shona.
Jesus.
And go. Right. And you don't go read it.
Oh my goodness.
You know Shona. Right.
Okay,
are you ready for the first
one? Let me load
one?
my Shona
You
bundles.
choose. Right. The first one. The poor man's victories do not last.
Muromba Roichnengu.
No.
What?
The poor man's victories do not last.
Muromba.
Let me give you a clue.
Yes. Rumering Marikomechi.
No.
I know.
Chiripa muchena.
Yeah.
How is it? Chiripa muchena, chiripa mutenure. So I actually Googled this. So yeah, I think there's like 1 or 2 that I know. Okay, next one. The consequences of bad behavior are not immediate, but they will come. Yeah, I think that works also. But there's another one.
Clue?
Chisi.
Chisi chako masumba masho.
Aye, man.
Chisi chako.
Chisi achiri.
Mso acharingwa.
Yes. Chisi achiri. Yeah, the next one. People take advice that pertains to their individual needs in group settings. Again, it's chiri. Chiri. No.
Chiri chako pasimba masho.
Yiri pa song ya Flame B.
Kana chichi.
And it's okay to kumbana. Chechi yana kitsa so. Pane something jano ita.
Chiri musakasa kashino zvinzira.
Yes.
Thanks.
And then the next one. What used to be hard is now simple. You. Yes. Well done. Then the last one. All things come to an end. Yes. Woo!
Guys, I'm good.
Right, now we get into serious business. Mary Anibal. Mary Anibal murungere. So I want to understand. Unemutupo.
Yes.
Okay, what's your mutupo?
Amanyoni ndinoera hongwe. So tisi varidzi venyika, varidzi vemari, anachasura chatibwege.
I've always found that chasura chatibwege very weird.
Me too, I used to never be comfortable with that, but I'm now, ndapfeka white to represent fish.
Did you ever get like a proper explanation from your parents about your totem, what it means and things like that?
Well, one thing that I know is my sekuru was a chief in Mozambique in Chimoyo. And so dream bloodline royalty. If my dad hadn't come to Zimbabwe, he would have been.
Okay.
And would have been here.
Yeah, it would be.
So yeah, I'm so proud of that. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So before we continue with our conversation, I need you to play my favorite song for just like 3 seconds. I want to give people at home, so someone who says, I don't know who Mary Anibal is, an idea. Because I know if you play this song, a lot of people who know who you are.
3 seconds. Wow.
Let's maybe make it 60 seconds.
Goride. 3 seconds.
You know, I don't have enough money to pay you for you to sing the whole song because like every time I hear your voice, it's like it's the first time.
Really?
And I think you keep evolving. It sounds different every time. How much time do you take rehearsing?
Well, I normally practice when I don't feel like practicing.
Oh.
You
force it.
But always when I'm having shows and stuff, I just tell my brain, hey, we need to work. Even when I'm writing songs, it's very weird.
Okay.
When I'm relaxed and all that.
All right.
Yeah.
So obviously, Mary Anibal, how was it growing up with your siblings? Of course, excluding Matha because
So you know what? The funny thing is, my parents were vaimba, mama na dad vanoimba, even up to date, and they used to sing in church. So we used to sing kumba. Temira dad wavobasa toimba tese. It was so nice.
My voice is out though. I can't same. Because my mom used to sing, right? So apparently she was like the lead singer and whatnot. And then when you say she used to sing a song and it's Moses. But the voice now is very different from ours. It's very, I don't know. I don't want to give an example of a person because you know how our country people are.
Yeah.
But how are their voices? Is the same as yours?
Darani powerful bass.
Okay.
And he can sing what deraiga. And on also I feel out right. And then mama will always allow her to lead. Though I've not that powerful voice, but we always support her. Shirida kuti mama varikuimba. But when kanavada zvao vanenge vachiimba chitama. That's mama, and she has a very bubbly character. I call it shangari yangu. And then with my sisters, well, I was forced to sing. Yeah.
What do you mean? You were
Yes, because I used to sing tenor.
yes.
So the firstborn Miriam used to write songs and short films, and to my script she was always writing Matha ndiyaimba ini nangu handaisaziva kuti
Yeah, for the
haufa.
longest, Matha aidazvokuimba.
Matha aitoimba nekutamba achibreak, and sometimes I feel like, this child, is she my sister? Because she's just too talented, you know. And I don't remember what I used to do. I know that name's
Explain Mskanzwa ayako Mskanzwa.
Ndekunopinamba na7 chitamba mahumbwe, chitamba rakaraka fish. Yansunzwa kuti panapa ndabva ndashanda.
Wakaita kuneta une shena.
Ndakaneta kuti that was me.
So when you were in primary school, you don't remember what you wanted to be when you grow up?
I wanted to be a doctor. I want to be in the medical field because I always wanted to help people in as much as I was very naughty. Because nandairo amabhuku ndairova. But zvekuimba, because chakazoita kuti tive exposed. Mama na daddy vaingozvinoza kunyoresa ma-items vanyoresa ma-item voimba vachimosken chavo chichitwa supporta. Sometimes unombofila embarrassed kutisikazoti takurere mwe musi bva vanyoresa ivo obvati bva vatoenda pamberi pebva vatoti right, vana vangu nezuro vakapractice song yavakati vachazotibatsira, but ivo ndo vachaimba isita kugara pasi. The whole church was clapping hands. Right. Ndakadedzwa Sunday school. Mary kudiwa fundisa dakukuona dakunamatira. Ndikusvika takutonzi uyai takuimba, and I remember Trasamend was on the guitar and Simba Bond were in the drums, and they were there to support us. Tikarova song chechese kasimba ngati okay, what just happened? But it was so beautiful. But it wasn't my thing. I was like, it's not my thing. Yeah.
So at what point did you decide? Because I think also maybe now it makes sense. Maybe Matha actually dragged you into this whole thing, then became Anibal sisters.
She did. So we did an album together in the Simco Penye in 2017. This is Matha's idea. If it fails, and I remember selling tickets and all, but people came to the launch. People came in their numbers. Matha, this is Matha's whole idea. They pushira and all, but it was a success. People came, but it didn't really do well in airplay. And
what do you think it should have been done differently?
Marketing. Marketing should have played a pivotal role, or maybe my churches and all that. But tatine fee yanga yakawandisa. Yeah. And Matha also started working. Nanda kupusha mabhuku. Sikaongo kufana balance because moms amtarongo kuti right. Chikoro. Work.
And for the longest, you grew up in church, right?
Yes.
Of which I think from our Pentecostal church settings, Mbira is more associated and the likes.
Yes.
How were you able to introduce this and not be judged in a bad way?
So I started playing Mbira. I was first introduced to the Mbira in high school. I was doing music as a practical subject, so there was no way I was going to run away from it because it was part of the modules that I was doing. So what happened is, Matha, you know what, we have a song we were just trying my songs that I knew Rwana Miriam because I was learning Mbira. It was a beautiful instrument. I don't know why we just both blended with it. But I told a song nonzi ruponi so tikati Matha nasi kunyoresa vanhu vanozviziva kuti tinoimba tichirinzira natrust nasi tukuita a new different thing. And then I remember ndandakaisa mbiri yangu pakavharika but aenda pastage vandaibudisa plastic bag vandapfekera microphone. You could tell from people's faces kuti girl, what are you trying to do? You know, my red paid markers chichi vatobata mabhuku avo majudicators vatodi takadai. I'm so tikat Matha, I don't care what happens because Matha vatotaura katoti amen. Bible shoko rangu ari kuna Psalms, is it for 149 150 not uyai nembira nemidimu kamuimbe muimbire Mwari nhasi tauya nembira yacho toda kuzoimbira Mwari.
God is smart.
And people actually loved it. Ndaingotya. Matha was the voice. And it was so nice that I started kuva confidence to even write songs with the Mbira, and
Then they got used to it.
Yeah. It was that's how scanning video go. Oh, and then takazo because takatangira pa church and vatazwenda ako provincial. We did the same setup. You know, kwani ma area damanje province and all that. But we did it and it was so beautiful. And people now started calling us, can you come and do like minister in church and all that? Yeah.
Because I feel like with Mbiraka, there's a certain level of like unopinda musong. I don't know what it does to you, but unotanga kutofila kuti aiwa panabaka dakuto wadinga chaizo and all that.
Yeah.
So now tell me about your performance at Haifa. How did that come about? Because I think growing up, Ine and I never got a chance to go to Haifa.
Yeah.
This sounds very weird, but honestly,
It's okay. Me too. It was my first time.
I never got a chance to go to Haifa. Kushika ya pera.
It's okay.
And it was like a big deal. Haifa was the big deal in Zimbabwe. Being able to perform at Haifa was a big deal. So how did it come about for you?
So I was working with Josh Make and Dichimitra backing vocals ever since I was in high school. And I did train, I think from church straight to jazz. That was a shift. And he was so patient with me, teaching me how to sing with others, how to play and sing his type of music. So one moment after Taka kid, I remember Taka perform at Alliance. There was a jazz festival in Etwamna, September, April, I don't remember, in 2017. In 2016, actually, then Trust was also performing there. He was still working with Josh Make. And then the other time in 2017, soon after our launch, he was like, Mary, there's a group in our collaborator. Got a group? Almost 17 years. He's like, tomorrow they want to meet you. Come, pakat. Mary, make sure. Trust make sure. And I met Soaroy. It's a group from Madagascar. Different musicians from Europe. So it was like a collaboration with Forest Jam, Namradala Kunene. They were working together. Machitama tours around Africa. And they had a slot at Global Stage at Haifa. Kabatata song. We wrote a song together. Yakuti we as Africans, we have to come together and, you know, takachila. And I was pasel Alliance Peve, pani a space ribo, takato riesa. She can performing Haifa and I said, okay, I'll be there. I just grabbed a costume to my wardrobe. Mango likati hande ku. Dukushika backstage. It's a full house. Theater in the park. That was the Global Stage then. Cut it right.
What is serious? Where you thought this
it
was a joke?
It was packed. And the cockney my stairs and I was stressed. And they introduced me. Everyone was standing, screaming, ululating, whistling. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I remember I forgot my lyrics.
It was the nerves.
But I took myself out. I did it. And I think that was one of the most highlights, to be standing in front of a crowd and a big platform like that. Because I'm pretty sure so many people would have wanted to be in that same space. And it was a great opportunity for me to perform at Haifa with Soarai. And we talk with the guys and they're actually proud of how I've managed to grow. Yes.
Oh, that is so nice. But also you have a sister, Matha Anibal, who's an amazing singer. Right? Now a BV Methodist, I don't think she's ever going to live there. I think she's comfortable there.
That's why.
For life.
I don't put it down, but I go down.
But as you were growing up, you were getting all these opportunities. How were you able to still manage a good relationship with your sister? Because you are making it. I think she was the one who was more into the music.
Yes.
Did you ever have any sibling rivalry because of the music?
Well, the sibling rivalry was iwe uyakusho kwangu, inini uyakusho kwangu. But because most of the times they were clashing, but she has always been supportive. Matha nditete. Anengachi kuudza. Usazodai. Bakitari takabataka kudara. She's always that sister. Advice. And I'm so grateful to have a sister like that. because hakuna sister anokupuruzira anotokudza chokwadi, and it has really shaped the Mary that you see today.
Which is nice when you have a sister who's able to tell you, because also the industry is not really a safe space, especially if you get into it as a young girl at 17. Which will bring me now to my next question. Has it been easy for you to date in this industry that you're in?
Well,
what's the laughter
well,
about?
I guess when you are not in that bigger picture, it's easier because munanenga chingoti hapo. But when you're in that space and then udaenda ma shows udakudai munanenga kuti saka uri kutonosangana nevakomana vaunoridza nawo, because in with my band we're family, we chill, we talk, because I also understand the importance of vibing before the stage, so that past stage you have fireworks, you know. So munanogona kusanzwisisa the relationship that I have with my band, because inini I believe in blending, I believe in family. So munganinga inimwe perspective, it's nice achikuona uri pa stage uchiimba, but kana wa off stage manje anenge akusanzwisisa kuti ukuenda ku studio watiri kuenda uku. So it's so difficult to have someone who is very supportive. It's rare, but variko vanosupporta, the like of Mr. Manyoa. I appreciate that man supporting his wife. We have those examples, but yeah.
Those are rare
We need
cases.
to pray, And most female artists, not all of them, but it's always a struggle to have somebody who supports you, especially with the work that we do. Yeah,
because also it doesn't make, sometimes you have a show, you know, Perakanana 3 Maxeni, get home, and maybe the next day you have another one. You don't really have time to yourself.
Exactly.
And munasinga you see say what you do. Hanya to gonna appreciate it.
Yeah.
At the same time, munano nzwisisa zvauri kuita. I don't know. Ane ma options also akawanda kuti nhasi ndaona Mary akangoti njene paseri apaona mumwe. It's a lot.
With the traveling and all, munani muru. Hey, please no.
It's a lot of work.
It's work.
But also I think you are blessed enough because of the fact that you have parents who also understand music. So what are some of those conversations that you've had with your parents that help you now in your career and in your everyday life?
So many conversations. But chimwe chinhu chandakauza mama nadeti ndechekuti you need to trust me. You really need to trust me. Takatomboita marivalry. Uri mwana mudiki. Upinda pana 3 a.m. That you need to trust me. So when I did my first Condenova sessions, I created my intimate concerts and Condenova sessions. The first one that I launched last year in March, they were there. They saw the impact. They saw the people, and vakashamisika kuti, so this is what you do. And now they got to understand kuti, oh, kanata hapo anenge ari kubasa, anenge achiita so. Even when I travel, they don't call until I call them. Unozongona voice message, because the pressure will be so much, but I also create time with mama. You know what?
That's a
day.
And I think it's easier now. It makes sense when they come to see your first session, but there's people also to prove there's actually people that are appreciating what you're doing.
True.
Which is so nice.
Yeah,
I love that for you.
Thank you so much, Noma.
We'll take a short break. Welcome back. You're still watching Live and Stuff Podcast. If you're new here, please do make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please. And I think as we started the show, I forgot to mention that we really appreciate your comments. I see your comments, each and every one. If you're keeping it cute there on the comment section, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you are not keeping it cute, also thank you. I love you, okay? Yeah, may the Lord be good to you also. All right, now, Mary, you've traveled the world, right? So much. And I feel like a lot of big events have happened in your life zvausina kuronga hanti zvokuti zvinongerekana zvaita. I want to know how you got to be a backing vocalist for the Jah Prayzah.
Wow. So I was in the Unveiled 2021. We were at Old Mutual Amazing Voices.
Yes, I remember.
Yes. And so I knew Kuzike is the bassist and Amanda, the backing vocalist then, Amanda Gwaba. And Kuzitepinda Tesa church. And he was like, Mary, there's a sport kwa Jah Prayzah. Would you want to? Because I was nanangova ku Old Mutual Amazing Voices. So I really didn't have anything to do that it was keeping me busy except for school then. And he was like, just come with Mbira and your whole show if you can. Kune a sport. And I got all right. Ganti and now ndangoenda because you know, and I went there. Gwara rangari changobva kuburidzwa the album Gwara. And mandashika Amy noza tuchishika pa new space unongone high expectations you know but ndakachila hangu but mahana mangu mukati momo mamu chirova zvisingaiti ndikati nhasi ndinomboreswa nhasi. I was expecting anything honestly but nena nanochila pa veranda everyone was actually welcoming. Okay but apinda mu studio mastort then we started singing. So I got down not how am I blending with the others. And so I was covering for Steamy. She was on tour in say, guys, this is a big role because Steamy is so amazing. She has a character on stage. I cannot even, not a bit like this. She's so amazing. And I've always, and the Matha angari favorite ya Steamy angari favorite ya Matha. So I got Matha because Matha no tamba, you know, I was just questioning Soro Mango ndichita ma board meetings. So, but I don't tanga kuimba kwara. Chikoti Mary, am I gonna get this right? And Jah walked in. He's like, you know, that expected happened. Yeah. He's like, ingazvirubuda avabuda.
So zvatoita.
And I got, hey, it's come. So we did a rehearsal with the band. It went well. And then Bant, Maria, this is how I got to perform with him Machembere every time.
That's so nice.
We did shows together.
You
have no idea. You have no idea. Like, I can't go to Tapeza rehearsal. Thank you, not Burisambira. Everyone had to wait
and watch you.
It was a moment and a half. And I'm so grateful to have been part of that band because it shaped me. I grew. It put me on stages that I never, ever thought I could step my foot on. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities. And sadly, I had to say goodbye this angel. But still, I'm still family.
Now we're going to take a few steps back to the Unveiled.
Yeah.
Because I remember makamboti netsa muchida kuvoterwa imi.
Guys, papa kashata.
But the group, how did you guys come together? Because I know before that you created it was created for the Old Mutual competition, right?
That's a story and a half, Noma. Because Josh, I knew him time better to my groups in Mebrain. My friends time better to my youth groups. TSA, you know. And then he was invited. That's when I met him. Then for this one, he had already a group with his sisters, Oraimo and Salem. I guess that was the Unveiled then. Pakazoita competition and it was now COVID time. Guys, there's a competition come through. Trungode a few numbers. Vatango Sangana. We just did a song and I was actually late for that one. But I did a song, but I submitted for the online audition. And then this other Sunday, Totem Church, and I remember I'm so yoga. It was the COVID. Nanda hustle out in the Pindam Town day of church, you know. And then Panango na Joshan sent a message can say, Mary, look for a song, arrange it now. Competitions are by HICC. They can't do my competitions there. Because Mary, do you remember? Mary, I don't have time. I have to go around and not around VSA target a video now. They have to come to HICC. Did out tishike. Papa kaipa. But I told Gazra song. Taketa song ibu. andakukangarwa takaita trust and obey, there is no other way. Takaita song iyoyo but tabatanidza nemamwe masongs, but tikusvika tiri kunzi second group from last, we had about 99 groups that auditioned since morning. Kati tigotanga kupractice. So the music director Titiluzipo was there. Because vanenge vachingetoa ngava ari part of, because the adjudicators were Tembalami, Miss Red, I forgot the other person was in there. I guess she was also there. Akagara kukona. You guys are over rehearsing, you're not boring me. But I'm going and then we auditioned. We did our best. And I remember, was it Miss Red or Tembalami who said, can you try to do us a song in City Gospel? Just want to see. Vateta koiwe unomtumire because taingoimba but atoita chiboko wakatemba, and we got the spot. We went to represent Zimbabwe amongst the 5 other countries: Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and I forgot the other one. And that's Zimbabwe.
How was the experience there, meeting new people from different countries in Africa?
Real stuff, real production stuff. So kuti taienda kunorehesa with the band tatuone song. So I was doing song arrangement. So kuti team etane song yatanga ubva kwaku station kwangu inde arrange a song from the songbook that we had, and yobva enda kuna choreographer wardrobe akutoziva tikupfeke chakata kuziva kudai proper production. This is kuside kwedu in our rooms. This is when we get the chance to rehearse. So we'd wake up like 7 a.m. we go for breakfast, takwenda band rehearsal. Takunaita vocal coaching session with the vocal trainer wateta kapiwa, and then we go to production. Takunaisa kuti stage tukumira, so we actually wear zvatikupfeka on set. Mic yauchashandisa ndiyoyo. Chakati people got sick because it was back to back, because sometimes we'd shoot episodes back to back. Unopuwa 1 day free, and the other time it was 2 days. Even pandakaita the first episode, because Unveiled, we're always pushing. The other groups were actually reluctant. Tistakatu toti competition yende on another level, because we were prepared with a choreo, everything, because we performed for each other, because other groups akanonoka because of COVID and stuff, because it was during COVID times. And we fought, we loved each other. All sorts of emotions were happening in that 1 month, and we pushed. We represented, and people didn't think we were going to go that far, because we pushed, we prayed, we fought, everything we did together. And I remember the SA guys were like, you guys actually brought the fire. Because it was all you guys. Yes.
Oh,
and we supported each other with the different roles that we had given
and
to
now
each other.
The Unveiled they're doing so well.
They're doing so well, and
really
I'm so
well.
proud.
So why did you leave the group after?
Because of the balancing, because I was now working with Jah Prayzah, so trying to balance. And sometimes with more rehearsals, more shows, because I was still a new member of the band. So I really needed more time, and school, there was a lot of things going on. So I had to guys, I have to leave you.
But you owe us a song. You with your Mbira and the guys. I don't know what you guys are going to do.
That would be
but
nice.
You do owe us a song.
Okay.
Please, put it in the works. Put it in the works.
Definitely do that. Definitely.
Now we come back again to Jah Prayzah.
Yes.
So how was it your first day performing on stage with him?
Right. The first day, actually, ndakatanga my rehearsals on a Monday. Friday, wanga waine show. Thank God it was a private gig by me, because papa kaipa vange vaenda huko ndakazoti ndakumira mumashure iye he was like it's okay, take it easy, but noza unongochida kunzi you have to catch up fast, because you know what, rehearsal handizvo zvatinoita on stage, unenge wane vibe chichichichi. Ndakangoti hamwari ndimutungamiri wangu, but with the time, as the time went by, ndopandatanga kuita catch up, and then he actually approached me in a story like, would you want to be part of the band? But it's Timmy's position. It's like, no, we want you to be part of the family. Would you want to work full time with us? And then
wakati kumba ukati chini
No, that 2 weeks later. Because I know my mom would have screamed that moment.
Okay, to know, I'm going to keep it to myself for some time.
Yeah, done your confidence. Because I thought I was going to fail because there was a lot happening. Choreo, performing, because his music is complicated. But I really loved the challenge because
And also, because you worked with him for a very long time, what are some of the lessons that you learned from Jah Prayzah himself and the team altogether?
family comes first. And loyalty is important. But even though he's a big star, he's very humble. He's very receptive. Anabasa utindwani. Anongoku gamchira. Whether wapakupi waita say. Sometimes we actually have conversations. And he wasn't supportive. He wouldn't have featured on my album,
True.
which I recently released. It was like, so it's good that you're having the time now. And also, Cinema Studios, with the facilities, if you want help, get help. Come through and help you.
You made it in life because Jah Prayzah is really like a big deal. I think for a lot of people, it can only be just a dream.
True.
To be able to work with him.
True.
Then came the decision to leave the group.
Tough.
How long did it take you to finally say, you know what, I think it's time for me to go?
Honestly, it took me a year because I was always picturing myself, Kuti, I'm having my toes outside and it's actually jeopardizing the band.
The band, okay.
It's not every time you have to knock. Saturday, something. Saturday, my exams. It was not too much. It was not too much. But to support a food. Like burden in as much as you also want to be part of the family. But that decision was very tough. Very tough. And soon after my launch, I think, and the manager actually approached me soon after my launch. I got married. That was actually a successful launch. But we have a message from Uncle Jay because he wants you to grow. He's like, if you want to leave, you can. If you want to stay,
yes. You've made it easy for me.
No, still, it wasn't easy.
It hurts letting go of the family.
Because that family, God, what a lie. Vibes on vibes. Everybody has their own character. Ingori nice. You know, very accommodative. And not just what episode 6, you know. And it was a good idea keeping up with the 3G band because there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. If you're not strong. Yeah, family, even leader, because he's always in sync
like he literally fits
with
in
the band.
And you can tell. Okay. And I mean, like we really have a lot that we can talk about with you and all that, but because of our time, so we're gonna just try and gaga.
Right.
And you're also like the green ambassador for again. I feel like you're a miracle baby.
Yeah.
Because there's these like big things that have happened to you, you know. The ambassadorship, tell us about it.
Well, I'm so honored to be working with the European Union as their green and gender ambassador, and it's an opportunity and a half, you know, with somebody who doesn't have that bigger picture, you know, who's not as big, especially in the industry. Having that recognition, it really means a lot to me. And I guess it also aligns with the type of music that I sing and also the vision that they're pushing to get to people, you know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well done.
Thank you.
On all your endeavors. You're really doing so well. And I think it's only a matter of time before Zimbabwe actually gives you the attention that you deserve, you know. Because I think outside Zimbabwe, they know there's Mary. Outside Zimbabwe now, I think yes, the queen is here.
Not yet there, but there are spaces where you feel honored. Yes, yes.
In your experiences as you have traveled the world and everything, which one would you say this was my best performance in this country?
Well, I would say I have two special spaces. I'll start with the Toronto one because the time I Yandakavapa airport, I saw a billboard of my face. I was like, hey, are you serious? I didn't know the impact.
Ngozwisisa.
Likely issues. And it was big because I was headlining. I was the face of the festival. I was also headlining. Vandatanga kudzwa noro ndema artist akava Anatuku, Angelique Kijo. Last year chokwa Dobe. You know, and
you're
it was
there
a big
representing Zimbabwe.
Exactly. I'm representing Zimbabwe. And then this year in Cote d'Ivoire, my biggest moment was having Dobe assisting me with my sound check. A Grammy award winning. She was there. Is the mic working? Like she was there. She was there. Like she was there.
It was like your pinch me moment. Like, am I leaving?
Noma. Ah, God. It's okay. He can be starstruck, but we need work to be done here. She helped with the sound check, everything. And our performance was so smooth. And delegates came to watch us because it's a market. It's a showcase. So people came in their numbers to watch our performance. And still, I was like, so she is actually watching me perform. And I got corner, you know, there's some people who are very, besides go to a bigger stage.
Very humble.
They're very humble and my human beings. And I'm so grateful.
That is so good.
Yeah.
That is so good. So as Matha Anibal, what are you working on? What should we look forward to?
Matha food.
As Mary. Yes. You and Matha. Go. Why am I Mary Matha?
Could not be Matha. So at the moment, I released my album, my debut album, Maria Weng, which is my offering to the world. It's available on all digital streaming platforms. I actually have the CDs and the flash sticks. Matha, if you don't want to stream, I have the physical copies. And I'm working on new projects.
All right. Okay. And you've been in the music industry, I think, for a long time, just as a behind the scenes, and for a few years as right in our faces, right? Given a chance, what would you change in this industry, or what would you add on top of what we already have?
I guess kupa maruva vanhu vanoshanda behind the artist. It's very, very important because it takes a village, you know.
That is true.
And also to our fans to always support the upcoming artists because we all start from somewhere.
True.
So we really need to be proud of our culture, especially our Zimbabwean culture. I would really love to see Zimbabwean music on a global stage. Guys, kune sport kuma Grammys yechimrenga music. We want to see more of that, more of Zimbabwean nominees. Because Rotangraba nomination, that's recognition and a half. You know, if Tyler wasn't Asnagu support her with the whole of South Africa, she wouldn't be where she is now. Anto Kukizana, Nana Burna Boy, Nana Beyonce, you know, getting the awards and all that. So my message to you guys is support Zimbabwean artists, support local music, regardless of whatsoever. Even if they go and shine, support. Whether it's corporate world, support. Whether it's churches, support. Because Zurugui is on the map.
It's really not about an individual.
No. It's about everyone to change the perspective. No matter what, guys, Nigerians, they support each other. They stand together. You know, I was in Rwanda last week. Even the Rwandese, I was in Rwanda.
That's a flex. I was in Rwanda last week. Okay, it's okay, ma'am. Continue.
I was in Rwanda last week. I was doing stage management, and I got to see the work behind as a musician. Like, we don't go to forefront. I got to appreciate the work that is done behind the scenes. And I saw a collective of hip-hop artists, you know, the plus 250. Vakabatana my hip-hop artists. And then I take red around on 20 per stage. 8 producers, instrumentalists, keyboard players and all that, and 8 musicians. Vachita, you know, the relay. Kupinda. Wow. Showcase. If we have that in Zimbabwe, then we'll be somewhere in the in this music industry scene. Like, we need to support each other. We need to collaborate more. Because it's very important. So you're saying this is a big hip-hop artist from Rwanda. He's here. He's like sharing the mic with an upcoming. And the Rakabuda, so sweet.
Because they worked together.
One band. One voice, but she supported my hip hop artist say, I was so amazed, I was so shocked. I really want that to see that in Zimbabwe. Not just in hip hop, in all genres, in all musicians, and in all creative spaces. collaboration is important.
Tinotenda nekutaura mashoko makukutu akadaro but kanjani kutaura chirungu paunoenda kunze uko shaya dzinoenda
vandakaona Marcus vandaona Shamiso Mtukudzi vandaona H1 thank you guys vandaona musicians ana Jordan Muzi guys thank you so much nana Banshin thank you
ndakumboita sendiri
kumbuda because the English in me
the bundles
depleted ndatotumirwa message zvekuti sana nazvo ndakafara ndakajamba ndikati guys because if I break they don't it's not our first language
and it's good. Yeah. All right, and your social media handles, where do we find you? And Rukuda Utiende Papi. I always ask people this question because I understand social media pushing it is very it's very difficult.
Let's do it this way.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can follow me on all social media platforms. On LinkedIn, it's Mary Anibal. Twitter, Mary Anibal. Ku YouTube, you can subscribe. Mary Anibal. Instagram, Mary Anibal. The Facebook, Mary Anibal. You can stream on all digital platforms. It's just Mary Anibal.
Kuwana talent rako kwakakosha sure. This is so nice.
Thank you, Noma.
Imagine having
Noma unoimba.
Okay. Imagine having a person like you sing every morning paunomuka uchingonza amona yes.
But Noma unoimba.
Just my jokes. No. This is my space. This is what I love.
People you don't know Noma. You don't know Noma. She's a worshipper.
Yes, I used to be. Now I'm joking. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for coming, my love.
Thank you so much for having me.
We wish you all the best. I understand you're traveling again very soon. No, before you go, actually, what's your message to that one girl somewhere who's where you were at 15, right? Who looks at you and they're like, oh, I really want to be like Mary. What's your advice to her?
My advice to you is Daimbochka. I had fear of the unknown territory. I used to doubt myself. But it's always good for you to wake up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, I can do it. I'm beautiful. Chimboshuudza my words of affirmation. I'm beautiful. I can do it. Whatever idea that you have, do it now. Project, ideas. Do it, and your voice matters. Yeah.
There you have it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in to Life and Stuff Podcast. Please do make sure that you follow Majinzira, the angelic voice. It's Mary Anibal everywhere. Okay, so please let's follow. Also, let's go to her YouTube channel and see if it was your first time getting to hear and getting to know her. Again, go on her social media platforms and you find out a lot more about her. She's very well traveled, by the way. Slowly but surely becoming one of those people that are representing Zimbabwe worldwide, and she's doing very well at it. Otherwise, from me and Mary, it's goodbye. Because I think that's nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. So talk about Trapano.
Rungano, 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 kawira pasi dino mukajete, rungano, rungano, rungano.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Goodbye.